Hey Brew Tubers, it's Kevin Clements again. I'm calling today Too Lazy to Brew Sunday. My wife and I headed out this morning with the dog and with the intent of taking him for a hike in a forested trail area. And we got out there, and as we were heading down the trail, we had people heading up saying it was flooded out. But we went down to check it out anyway. But sure enough, there's a bridge that you have to cross to get to the other side, and the water was up above the top of the bridge, so that didn't work out. So we headed over to a park and then started hiking around that, but the rain and wind was just a little too much. So much for that. We headed out to Forest Grove to a place, Grand Lodge, part of a McMiniman chain, kind of our, I'd call it the McDonald's of microbrewery places almost around here. There's so many of them. But, I had a good buffalo burger and a beer, and we kind of kicked back. Nice setting. So I've been texting back and forth, so shout out to Man Bear Pig, but it's my nephew, Josh, and he is probably finishing up, but he's still chilling his first brew. He said he has 2 cameras filming this, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll get that posted as soon as he gets that edited up. But hats off to you, Josh. Excited to see you got the first brew going and see how that goes. That's awesome. And he'll be up this coming June. We'll be sharing some beers, so it'll be a great time. Anyway, I did no brew Sunday. It doesn't mean I don't have any brew at all. And here, let me get everything ready for this. I've got an awesome beer for you. Details. You've got to be able to open up the bottle. But I'm excited. I'm excited to try this one. I've been wanting to try this. I've been hearing about this for a while. This one is Logsdon's Farmhouse Ales. They do organic beers. And beautiful bottle. And there's even a beeswax that they do on the lid. The Logsdon Farmhouse has some pretty well-known people involved in it. So Dave Logsdon was the original brewmaster for Sail Brewing, and I'm sure most people across the U.S. and probably internationally know who Sail Brewing is. So original brewmaster. But his wife is not foreign to the industry either. His wife is Jeanette Kreft Logsdon, and she founded and owns Yeast Laboratories that comes up with a lot of the yeast used both by the professionals as well as us homebrewers. So this one is a Seizoen Bretta, and actually it's I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's Seizoen, I'm told, is the proper pronunciation. And they spell a little different. Seizoen. Most people in the U.S. just call them session beers. But they also, for the bottling, for the fermentation in the bottle, what they added instead was pear juice. So that was the last bit put in to create the carbonation for bottle fermenting and conditioning. So, anyway, sounds great. So we're going to give this a shot. I can get past all the wax and everything on this to get in there. Nice. Whoa! Well, we're going to have to clean that up. We're going to take a brief break here. Holy crap. Nothing like having a little bit of a gusher when you're filming. But hey, it comes with the territory, I guess. All right, let's take a look at this. So as you can see, it has quite the head on it there. Might have to get this to settle down a little bit. So it's not a clear color, but you know, I think clear beers are a bit overrated out there. You know, it's really about the taste and everything that you're getting out of a beer. You know, the whole clearness is something that we often feel we need to do, and we do additives for that. This has got some great carbonation coming off the bottom, just beautiful, as you might guess with the huge head that's on there. It's like a nice apricot color, I would almost describe it, kind of golden. We're trying this in my Weissen glass. Well, we're going to have to try to get through the head on this. So I scooped some of the head off. We cheated a little bit so we can kind of get a nose on this. Wow. You really pick up the fruits, and you do definitely smell the peach in this. And boy, I'm definitely getting some of the aromas from the yeast in there. This time I'm picking up a little more citrus scents, though. That's interesting that I kind of switched gears on what I'm smelling there to go from more of a sweet pear to a citrus. And I'm picking up a little more of that yeast. Oh, that's kind of fun. So let's give this thing a shot. Wow, that if you like some complex flavors, let me tell you, kind of hard to pull everything out. I got a little bit of citrus on the end right there, and grab some of that at the beginning as well. But as I'm drinking, I was pulling not really sweet, you know, not like a super sweet, but just a really light sweetness in it. So you could taste some of that pear flavor in there. Wow, that is a fantastic beer. It's the body on it is actually kind of a medium body. You know, this is not a light beer, that's certainly not heavy, but it's about a medium body on it. And then just this light bitterness on it, I think that comes from the yeast, and it kind of dries off at the end. I wouldn't call it super dry. I wouldn't call it especially dry, but it does. Almost on the back of my throat, I can almost taste a little bit of the effect of the head, like a foam taste, and it kind of leaves you thirsty to try it again. Well, I'm coming back to kind of give my final thoughts on this. It's not really going to change a great deal from what I said initially. Obviously, it has a great head and some wonderful carbonation coming off of it. The bouquet, when you smell it, even now, I mean, you can smell the yeast. You know, it's a little yeast funk. It's slightly fruity, kind of a floral bouquet coming off of that. Some earthy tones, definitely. I'd say that it's kind of a light tartness to the taste, and it doesn't take away from it really. But definitely earthy. Some hay grass. I was getting some hay grass, so I mean, this is definitely a farmhouse brew. You know, you can tell it was brewed in the field. Some of that is definitely coming through in the taste. But kind of a, you know, just a tart, semi-dry finish. Really, for me anyway, kind of a unique beer. Not really a style that I normally look for. But I tell you what, this is the wrong time of the year. This would be probably a really wonderful beer in the summer. If you just didn't want something super light, you want to have something with some complexity. Wow. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd give this, for me personally, this is just my personal taste, I'd give it about a 3.5. Normally in the summer, I want to go to something a little lighter. But I tell you what, this did add some really nice complexity even as it warmed up. So if you like a more complex, a lighter beer or to medium body beer, this is definitely worth giving a shot. By the way, I've also talked to folks that have had this on tap, one of my friends who owns a place, and they say, really excellent off tap. They loved it off the tap, much more out of the bottle. But anyway, so as I said before, happy lazy Sunday, no brewing to y'all. And you guys have a great week. And we'll catch you on maybe Homebrew Wednesday. Take care.